Alright guys, so today I am going to play hill climb racing, but not from the Play Store. I am not downloading anything. Instead, I am going to build my own version using AI. Let's see how crazy this gets. So I open Gemini and type, make me a game like hill climb racing using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It gives me the code, but in separate parts. HTML separate, CSS separate, JavaScript separate. I do not want that. I want everything in one single file so I can just run it easily. So I ask again, write it in a single code file. Boom, full code generated. I copy it, open it in HTML, and click preview. And the car is not even moving. I am like, what just happened? So I go back and ask, where is the car and how do I drive it? Gemini generates more code. Bro, this is actually looking good now. The car is visible. The terrain is there. It is starting to feel like a real game. I am not going to lie, this is impressive. Now I want to make it more interesting. So I tell Gemini, add coins to the terrain so the car can collect them and update the score accordingly. New code. Preview again. Okay, wait, this is getting serious now. The coins are actually placed on the terrain. When the car touches them, the score increases. Everything is working properly. At this point I am thinking, this might actually turn into something crazy. But I am not stopping here. Let's level it up even more. Now I want to improve the environment because right now it looks too plain. So I tell Gemini, add trees in the background with a parallax effect, maybe something in the foreground too. It generates the code. Okay, now we are talking. Trees in the background, trees in the foreground. When the car moves, the background moves at a different speed. That parallax effect actually makes it feel like a real game. So I decide to push it further. I type, add clouds, mountains, sun, and birds with parallax effect. And guess what happens? It gives me image files instead of proper code. I am like, bro, I need code, not pictures. So I clearly type, give it in code. Nice. The sun is there. Clouds are moving. Birds are flying. It actually looks scenic now. But wait, where did the trees go? They were just there before. So I ask again, also add some trees. It sends updated code. Perfect. Birds, trees, mountains, clouds, sun. Everything is finally together. It actually looks beautiful. I am sitting there thinking, AI is seriously powerful. But now I want to make the gameplay more interesting, not just the visuals. So I tell Gemini to add a fuel system. Fuel should slowly decrease over time. Add fuel cans on the terrain just like coins. Show a fuel bar on the screen. If fuel becomes 0, show a game over panel. Even if the car is standing still, fuel should still go down so the player has to keep driving and collecting fuel. This is where things start getting intense. So the fuel system code gets generated. Okay, the fuel bar is showing on the screen. It slowly goes down. Fuel cans are placed on the terrain. When I collect one, the fuel bar increases. And if the fuel becomes 0, a game over panel appears. That is actually solid. But there is one small issue. The fuel can is green and it blends into the background. You can barely see it. So I tell Gemini, make the fuel can red so it is clearly visible. Alright, now the fuel cans are red. Much better, but the game still feels a little basic. I want something more exciting, so I decide to add nitro. I type, add nitro functionality. When I press a fire button on the screen, nitro should activate and speed up the car. When I release it, the speed should go back to normal. Show flames coming out of the exhaust while nitro is active. Also add a speedometer on the screen so I can see the speed. Visually it looks cool. There is a button. There is a speedometer. But the nitro button is not working. So I go back and ask, where is the terrain? Where are the coins, fuel system, trees, sun, clouds, birds? Why is everything missing? It sends updated code. Some things are back. The sun is there. The environment looks better again. But the nitro button still does not work. I tell it clearly, the nitro button is not working. More code. Still not working. Now I explain again that I want nitro exactly like in hill climb racing. After that, something strange happens. A gas button appears along with a nitro button. The gas button acts like nitro. Everything is mixed up. At this point, it starts getting confusing. So I tell Gemini clearly, remove the gas button. Keep the fuel cans and coins. Fix the nitro button properly. Now space key is acting like nitro. D key drives normally. The nitro button on screen also works. But after some time, the terrain becomes flat. I go back and say, the terrain becomes flat after some time and there is no need for a gas button. Keep only the nitro button. Gas button is gone. Good. Nitro button works. But now D key is not responding properly and space key is behaving like nitro again. So I explain once more, space should work like D for normal driving, not nitro. Now both D and space act like nitro, and the nitro button behaves like a drive button. I am just sitting there thinking, what is happening? So I carefully type, make D and space keys control normal speed. Also add a jump feature if I press the nitro button while the car is in the air. Finally, this actually works properly. The driving driving feels smooth. Nitro boosts speed. Jump works. Now it feels like a proper game, but I am still not done. I decide to add an inventory system. I tell Gemini to create car skins that unlock based on how many coins are collected. Different price points. Store them in an inventory. Let the player open the inventory and purchase skins. The inventory works. Skins unlock. Coins get deducted. This is actually impressive. Then I say, now make everything in 3D. So I keep fixing things. Ground shows up, then coins disappear. Then D key stops working. Nitro works but something else breaks. At that point, I stop. Honestly, this experiment was fun. Gemini makes a really